I sometimes hear movements about a 4-day work week, or sometimes some variation thereof. But I have an even better idea. And this idea comes from an experience I had many years ago. I think I was in college or maybe working on my PhD. And one thing I noticed about the long weekends was that it wasn't so much the 4-day work week that I liked, it was the fact that I had a 3-day weekend. I actually hated the fact that the week got shortened to 4 days because oftentimes, especially when I was working on my PhD, it felt like 4 days just wasn't enough to gather any sort of momentum, right? And it just felt like a waste. I mean, if you're going to take one day off, you might as well just take the rest of the week off, right? And so it wasn't so much that I disliked working 5 days, it was the fact that I wanted 3 days off. I'll let you pause the video to think of a better solution given what I just said. It's very easy. All we have to do is rearrange the schedule so that our weeks are 8 days long, and then we'll work 5 days and take 3 days off. And the thing I like about this, I downloaded this online somewhere. The thing I like about this is that you sacrifice very little work time, right? Imagine you were working Monday through. I'm trying to see how this works. Right, pretend Monday and Tuesday were your days off, and you were working these 5 days, right? Just because of the way this website probably came from a different culture. And so you got, what, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So you still got 20 to 22 work days during. Notice how little sacrifice there is. There's probably almost no loss because now you don't have to have those long weekends anymore because every weekend is a long weekend. And the thing I like about this was that when I was early on in my life, I discovered that when we had a traditional 2-day weekend, a lot of it got lost, right? You were depressed on Sunday because you had to go back to work the next day. You weren't ready for the weekend when it came, right? You were tired on Friday afternoon. So your weekend really was only like half a day long, right? And then we would come up to a 4th of July or a Labor Day or Thanksgiving, and we had that extra day in there. And all of a sudden, you actually did have a 3-day weekend, right? The extra day in there didn't just turn a 2-day weekend into a 3-day weekend. It literally turned a nothing into a 3-day weekend, right? That's how I felt about it. And so it's really a win-win, right? People now have more momentum because they're working 5 days. They're taking those 3 days off. So I'm recording this in October of 2020. Most of the world is still, if they can, most people are still working remotely. This is a great time to rethink about our scheduling, right? Because not too many people are going to be disrupted by a change in schedule at this point. I would hate to see us throw this opportunity of a lifetime away to readjust our schedules, right? Obviously, there's a lot of other things going on right now. The election's coming up. Obviously, people are still dying left and right of COVID-19 and all the social ills that come with COVID-19, right? But I hope we get to this topic. This is a very long-term investment, obviously. A change in schedule isn't going to save lives today, but it could improve our lives for decades to come, right? If anything, it might save the most lives in the long term, right? With fewer people with drug problems, suicides, all the social ills that come with not having time to connect with family. This could be a lifesaver. It's not instantaneous. I think that's the problem, right? But this is an opportunity of a lifetime. If we throw this away, it would be such a tragedy, in my opinion.